Hi, my name is Rob from Robert of Philadelphia. And if you're watching this, you might be interested in knowing a little bit more about our company. And I have some things that I want to share with you to give you some insights on the business. Whether you're in school right now and you're thinking about a career, or you're already out in the field and you're looking at different options to work maybe at different places and you're not sure of what one place offers and what the difference in those places are. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about our company and why we do what we do, and then some of the differences will filter their way through in how other programs work. So initially, many years ago, we paid people by commission. And the industry had a standard of the more you sell and the more services you do, the more dollars you extract from a client, the more you make. And that's kind of how most businesses work. I saw some flaws in that for our business for a couple of reasons. One is it didn't always end up benefiting the customer to the most. In other words, sometimes services would get sold that maybe the customer didn't need for the sake of somebody making their house payment or paying their rent or making their car payment. That disturbed me. I also noticed that the seasonality of our area, it was a problem in the summer for people. There was no certainty in the business. There was also not any benefits in the business. There were no benefits to health insurance, 401k. There was kind of no future. It was kind of every man for himself. There was also a level of competition within the salon. Our salon being one of the ones. We were a commissioned salon, so you'd have two stylists working in the same business competing for clients. So they'd be competing for clients right within the salon. Or stylist A takes a day off, goes on vacation, a client moves over to the other stylist and likes their work better, but has a fear of switching, or when they switch, they get a glaring eye from the original stylist because you essentially have now taken some of their income away. And you didn't take it away. The customer votes. The customer's right. I mean, she's going to where she's happy. However, within the chemistry of the salon, now there's a, maybe that person got foils, a big ticket every, 10 weeks or so, and now they're going somewhere else. So that there could be a little bit of resentment that happened within the salon, as if the stylist did something wrong that was now doing that client. Like, maybe they just did the hair the way that the customer liked it. So that created a weird dynamic in the business. That, plus the seasonality of it, had me want to explore other ways to create a different culture and a different environment. And so through a lot of trial and error over the years, we've tried many different ways of doing this, but we've gotten it down now to where it's not dependent on how many dollar sales. That's not the ultimate number. And I know in this business, a lot of people look at that. A lot of stylists like, hey man, I had somebody in our own business say the other day, I just did a $450 balayage and I only made $90. If the person makes $30 an hour, it took them 3 hours, they got $90, right? They don't include all the other things. They just got $90 of that $450 perhaps, right? There are other factors, and I'll go into those in just a minute, because there's a difference. That's why we do what we do. It changes the whole culture. So a couple of those differences. That's kind of philosophically how we got to where we are today. We wanted to create a special culture, a unique culture where clients didn't feel like there was a competition to win them over. There was a general team spirit in the business with a common goal to have that client want to stay in the business. It also created a level of collaboration within the business where 4 or 5 stylists could collaborate on one guest to create the best result without there being an issue about who's going to get paid what. so they can help each other without a threat. Okay, so I'm going to give you some real results that just happened. I just closed October, going to give you some real results of people in our company, what some of the averages are and what some people have done so far this year. All right, first of all, we have an associate program. What is our associate program? Our associate program is you are an associate stylist, a co-stylist with another stylist, and you learn the business from our perspective, and you get paid to do that. Imagine getting paid to go to school. Now, I'm not talking about the kind of school that you went to get your license. This is a different level. This is hands-on, how to be successful in an upscale salon. So you get paid a base pay, and right now that base pay starts at $10 an hour, and gratuity on top of that. So you do make tips on top of that. Kind of one of the problems that we have in the program is that sometimes those that are really good at, delivering great service to people do a little too good on the tip end, and they don't want to leave the security of the associate program because they do well. So you get paid to learn. How long does that take? That's a number one question we get asked. How long is your program? That is entirely up to you. We have many, many resources available. There's a curriculum, there are classes, and there are many stylists who make themselves available to you to teach whatever it is that you're weak in. But you've got to go through all the facets of what we need you to know to warrant you charging $70 or $75 for a haircut, or $55 for a blowout, or $105 for a single process color. That includes every aspect of a guarantee that they're going to love, and all our facets of service. Now that could take time. It could take 4 months to 12 months. I don't like people going over the 12-month mark because we need stylists. We don't need perpetual associates who are going to hang around the program. There are other people who want to get in the program that it holds a spot up for. Also, if you can't get it done in a year, there's probably some other things going on. Either somebody's missed a lot of time, or they're not going to classes, or they just can't grasp our program. And it has happened. Not everybody makes it through. It's not for everyone. Neither is our pay system or the way we do things. Get asked the question, well, when will I be touching hair? When will I be doing hair? Right away. Within a month for sure, you should be on a curriculum or on a program where you have so many blowouts you have to do. Then there'll be so many haircuts, and then the classes that you take, and then the work, the individual training one-on-one you do with your stylist. Okay, what do you get in our program versus other programs? That big question, hey, I just did a $450 balayage, and all I got was this. Somebody maybe makes $25 an hour, does it for 3 hours, right? The 3-hour balayage is $75, right? That's what it looks like. I got to check forget the gratuity for the moment. Took in all that money. So our system promotes you retaining the most number of guests, not the highest sales. So it's doing the right services on the guest, giving the guest the full spectrum of the Robert of Philadelphia experience. Not just what's on the appointment book, not just what's going to pay the bills. If somebody comes in and their hair is fried and you've never done it before, and they're down for a full head of highlights, and there's no way, if you put bleach on that hair, that there's no way that hair is going to survive, even though that 3-hour time block is booked, you've got to have the integrity to say no. Can't do it. And it's okay. No one gets penalized for that. We're here to make sure that we're the last hair salon for those people. We're their hair salon for life. So promoting that team spirit, or the team method. So what do you get? What happens? What do you get? Somebody does the $450 balayage. How does that all work out? It all works out in the long run because there's a lot of hours where you're not doing any guests at all. You're on downtime, you're teaching, you're working on other aspects of the business, or you're just on unproductive time. Somebody has a cancellation. You're doing a redo, or somebody needs a redo. On that subject, let me mention that for a minute, okay? In our salon, you don't get charged for redos. In other words, money doesn't come out of your pay. If you do a guest and they're unhappy and they come back to our business and they go to another stylist, that money, you're not docked that pay. It doesn't come out of your pay and they go to the other stylist. In a straight commission salon, they've got to take that money, whatever money you were paid, pull it out of there and pay it to the other stylist. There are no color charges, no back bar charges, no towel fees, no hot water fees, no air conditioning fees, no associate fees. There's no hidden cost involved with working here. That's all included. Also, what's included is the fact that you get health insurance. Those of you that are under 25, and I think 25 is the cutoff, and you're on your parents' plan right now, you're gonna need health insurance. We offer that. We have a 401k plan, a retirement, a future plan. My goal, my role is to provide a place for you that you love coming to, that you love working, that you don't wanna go anywhere else because you love it here. You've got everything that you need so that there is longevity. I'm playing for the long game. I wanna make sure we have a happy team of people that love where they work. Marketing, let me tell you a little bit about marketing. We do something called a VIP plan. VIP plan is simply this. People get a bonus. They buy a chunk of gift card or a chunk of services, and they get a bonus on top of that. A big one that we sell, we're doing it this time of year right now, is for $2,000. Somebody buys maybe a year's worth of services for themselves and their husband. They'll pay $2,000. We give them a $500 bonus. $500 of bonus gift certificate. It's funny money. I call it funny money because when they come in to redeem that money, when they come in to use that 500, actually they have 2,500, when they use all that up, on a given visit, they're using part of that $500. That, they never gave us cash for that, and when they're redeeming it, I can't take that to the bank. It's funny money. So we have some sales that are rung through, and about 10 to 20% of our sales on the appointment book are with that marketing funny money. So they're not real sales. So we have stylists sometimes who, for example, do $2,500 in sales in a week. We have some that do more, some that do less, but I'm using that number as an example. Of that $2,500, $500 is not real money. It's funny money. In a commission salon, you wouldn't make any commission on that anyway. You couldn't, it never came in. You would expect it. Now, that $500 was charged to them, so if somebody was using that bonus $500 and they got the balayage for $450, they would be adding gratuity onto the $450, so the gratuity would stay the same. On your paycheck. So yeah, maybe you're at $25 an hour, right? That's a base or an average. We have anywhere from $15 up to $60 an hour. If you're at the 25 range, we also pay the matching Social Security, the matching Medicare, the unemployment tax, the liability insurance, the workers' comp insurance. All those things, people who go to work in a booth or a suite rental have to pay. Those things are taken care of here, as well as those hidden fees or back bar fees. No one pays for color on a redo or any of those charges. All the supplies are taken care of. A part of the team working together collectively. Okay, let me give you a couple of examples of some results that happened so far this year, and then you might have some questions. If you have some questions, email them to me or put them in the comments below in this video. So I can answer publicly. Somebody else probably has the same question, and I'm sure there are things that I'm skipping over here that I'd love to answer for you because this is about being transparent about what the difference is. I'll give you an example. So somebody, the first 10 months of this year, somebody had $25 an hour, okay? Averaged 29 hours a week working for the first 10 months. overall, in our company, for the first 10 months of this year, the average days worked per week were 3. Now that's by choice. So 24 hours a week was the average work schedule for the first 10 months. This person that I'm using as an example, this is a real person, $25 an hour is the base pay. They averaged 29 hours a week. On average, they were paid $14,000 in gratuity so far this year. And $42,000 was their pay. So $42,000, $25 an hour. By the end of the year, it puts them on a pace of about $15,000, another $16,000 total in tips. So you're looking at an average of about $40 an hour. Or at 29 hours a week, 50,000, that's $66,000 a year for 29 hours a week. If you do the right thing and give the full spectrum of service, there are bonuses involved in our program too. So as long as you're not at the top of our scale where it's assumed that you're going to deliver all those services and every aspect of the 6 steps of service, on your way up, you can get bonuses on top of your base pay for delivering that full level of service. And that's not just about sales. It's not about that. It's about making people happy. Who loves our company? Who loves coming here? None of that is part of the, what you have to worry about. You get to just create beautiful work and blossom in the field that you spend a lot of time on. It is you, and you don't want to have a lot of other things on your mind. You can just literally be as creative as possible, work behind a chair and create beautiful hair, give beautiful love, and do magical things for people, changing their lives with your magical fingers and your vision of what they're going to look like when you take care of them. Thanks a lot. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you for taking the time to watch this. Please stop in and see us and tell me what you thought. Bye.